Prior to becoming an entrepreneur, Rob Poleki was an elected official in Bannock County, Idaho. Rob has worked in the government sector for over a decade, primarily in social services and the district court. Rob decided to take a leap of faith with a toilet seat idea that he had while taking his 4-year-old son to a public restroom. After filing for a patent in 2015, a patent was issued by the U.S. PTO in 2018. Rob decided to quit his job as an elected official to begin his entrepreneurial journey with his new company, Washie. Washie sells and creates innovative products for public restrooms. As many of you know from the Boise business community, last year at the Boise Startup Week pitch competition, Rob and his team won first place based on their incredible pitch and strength of their venture. Bank of Idaho stands with local entrepreneurs and businesses of all sizes throughout the state of Idaho. I wanted to sit down and chat with Washie CEO and founder Rob Poleki and see how his journey has gone this last year after winning the $20,000 first prize. Thanks for taking the time.
No, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful day, so might as well be outside, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So, can you tell me a little bit? Give me a little update since Boise Startup Week.
So a lot has happened. You know, I definitely have gained a lot of gray hair since the year has gone by. And using a little Just for Men on the beard.
Oh, there you go, darken that up.
Yeah, you know, things have the roller coaster of being an entrepreneur. You know what? It's been the funnest ride, and it's also taught me a lot of lessons in life and in business. So, you know, since winning Boise Startup Week, it was funny, you know, 2 weeks after we get a check in the mail for $20,000 and I look in the bank account and we're under $5,000 and we're running out of money. So, you know, receiving a $20,000 check in the mail, I've tried to bootstrap this company as far as I can, you know, not take any money. You know, I try to own the company, you know, take all the percentage, you know, for myself, so I can control the company, right? And, it's worked out, but you know, the money that we received and also the prize money, we got $100,000 in free processing with Stripe. We had some mentorship. So, you know, the Boise Startup Week has helped us so much to advance, to, you know, level up in my words. And tons have happened since then. COVID happened.
Oh yeah.
You know, everyone is getting the COVID stories, and we had to pivot because COVID has blessed my company. It's cursed my company. You know, our company, we have a toilet seat.
Yes, right.
People are going to be wiping down surfaces, you know, for the next 2 to 3 years. So my invention and my toilet seat company is coming out at a good time. But, you know, COVID has kind of delayed the process, delayed manufacturing, delayed production. So, you know, tons of things have happened, good things and bad. And you know, as an entrepreneur, you know, you get punched in the face and you just try to get back up.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of your athletic background. You've got to be drawing from that.
I
bet you all the time.
Oh yeah. Teamwork, playing football. I played, you know, sports all my life, and leading this team as a captain of this team, of Team Washie, you know, it's definitely helped. It's definitely helped on this journey, especially leading by example. You know, through sports, you always lead by example. So it's definitely helped me out in that area. But yeah, the roller coaster, it's been fun. It's kicked me a few times, but you know, I'm still alive.
Yeah, oh yeah. And you're going to power through this. Yeah. The thing that strikes me, so there's one thing about the funding and the money side, but you mentioned mentoring. Tell me, I bet that was tremendously helpful.
So, you know, during the pitch, there are hundreds of investors, entrepreneurs, you know, at Boise Startup Week. And because I won, you know, we received so much attention. And people that have been in this game for the longest time, offering their help. You know, one thing that I've been blessed with, entrepreneurs are ready to help other entrepreneurs, give without receiving anything back. They're ready to give. And I've received, so much attention, so much positive feedback that other entrepreneurs are ready to help me.
Wow.
Yeah, from all over the place. We've had a company that went unicorn in Utah, and their CEO reached out and says, "Hey, I heard you were the Boise Startup Week winner. If you ever need help, I'm here." So I've had that, the advice.
What's the number one advice that you received that that you're drawing on or did draw on?
Adapt to change, right? COVID has, it has made us change the way the route of our company. We had to pivot. We had to launch to something else. So I was talking to my formulator, a chemical formulator in Utah, and she's saying, "Hey, we're selling about 20,000 bottles of sanitizer a day." And it clicked. I was like, well, you know what? I don't have my seats here. I need to start selling something, get my brand out, get my name out there. And so we started selling sanitizer, a small travel hand sanitizer spray.
And it smells amazing.
It
I have
smells
to
like
say.
lavender.
Yeah.
Women love the thing, But yeah, we've had so much success in pivoting and adapting to change. And we have a few more products on the product line, that continues to grow our brand, continues to grow our company. So the advice or the lesson is, listen, when change comes, you need to adapt. You need to figure it out. There's a lot of problems in this world and of entrepreneurism. You need to figure out the problem.
Yeah.
And figure out the solution, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Getting down on the ground, curling up in a ball, and crying about it doesn't really help.
Exactly.
You
And
just
I've done that. I've done that.
Just for a moment.
When my manufacturer overseas is like, "Rob, it's not going to be here till another 4 months," and they told me that 4 months ago.
Oh.
I just
Yeah.
crawl up and start crying like a baby. But you know what? Get up and figure it out.
Yes.
That's the advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a project go like that. We had some delays, and we finally got it done. And I felt like I was collapsing at the finish line. It's like, oh, we made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to keep powering through.
Yeah, I mean, there's some awesome victories here, though. I always tell my story of how I get punched in the face.
Yes.
But the victories of getting to the finish line, I stay up till I was up last night till 3 o'clock in the morning. With overseas with manufacturing, but creating our own product line. Designing my own labels, finding my own bottles, finding my own chemical, creating this whole thing so this sanitizer could come together.
Yes.
And then finally receiving this product that has my company name on it, the victory there.
Yes.
And then people are,
They like
saying
it.
some good things
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, the tears of happiness,
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
what the wins, the big wins, and then the tons of fails, the tons of losses to get to that win.
What would you say the vision is for the company? I know what it was because we talked, but what is it now?
You know what? The future looks bright for Washie, for my company. I've always seen the world needs my product. The world needs my product more as ever now because of what's happened. As for the near future, seats will finally be here this year.
Okay.
And we'll launch. There's a list of airports that are waiting for our seats, and people are excited to receive our feature product, which is our toilet seat. Looking in 3 to 5 years from now, the future looks bright. Like I said, it's a lot of people are interested in what we are doing, not only because we have a good product, but it's because of our branding, because of the people that we've hired in our company. We're easygoing. We get along. My partner Dane Simmons and I, we go out, we network, we have good relationships with people. We do things the honest way, and that's why people want to do business with companies, with entrepreneurs. So things are looking good for us. Yeah, the broad perspective of everything, things are looking good for us.
I can't imagine how you're going to keep up with demand. What is the plan there? Because before you had demand, but now it's got to be so. How do you keep people out of your space?
Yeah. So the list of people that are waiting for our seats has grown and grown. Yeah. We were supposed to launch with an airport. They had a new wing that opened up, and we were supposed to be in the airport this month. The demand is going to be high. That's going to be the biggest problem. It's a good problem to have.
Yes.
But it's a problem. And sourcing new manufacturers and going through that, hiring the right people to help me on that side. Listen, I come from government.
Yes.
I come from politics. I have never done this before. I had to figure this out all by myself. So now I'm to a point where I need to find those guys who can just kill it in those areas, in product development, in manufacturing, in marketing. So, I've brought this company, I've led the company this far. Now it's time to grow and get those people on board.
So when are you expecting the seats? You said this year, but is it another 4 months?
Yeah, so here's the entrepreneur road, right? Last night I get a call from my engineer. He's in Logan, Utah. Rundown with 30 minutes notice. I tell my wife I'm going to Logan. I'll be back. So go down to Logan. He checks out the seat. He gives us the green light for design. So we're about 3 months out.
Okay.
So by the end of the year, I'm crossing my fingers that we have inventory here. And by the time we get our first 1,000 seats, they're already bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you talked a little bit about funding. I really admire a lot of people will sell off pieces of their company along the way just to sustain, and you've held on to it.
Yeah.
So the other thing is we were talking about SBA lending, and we're really gearing up for that through the PPP process. We figured out that we had some real skills in SBA lending, and so we're ramping that up, and we want to be number one in SBA lending for the entire state. But you haven't had an SBA loan. Tell me why.
You know what? I have put a lot of my own money, my savings, into this company, and I've raised some money locally. But we have done things like organically, slowly. We're trying to grow the company slowly. I don't need millions and millions of dollars as of yet, but we've done it really slowly. And I have, I'm keeping that ace in the hole.
Yes.
When I have a big purchase, a PO, I'm coming to the banks instead of going out and raising more funds. I'm coming to the banks. So I do plan on having that in the future. But I've been lucky. I haven't had to raise, millions and millions of dollars to get us to this point.
Oh, that's great. Well, having some revenue will certainly help you. It'll show a track record and then ability to repay. That's always having that. The more you have in history of being able to service debt, the better.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely knocking on your door, Jeff. I'm definitely knocking on your door when that time comes.
Well, we appreciate the relationship very much. So have you done any mentoring along the way?
Yes.
With other companies?
Definitely. My outlook on things is you need to give. You need to give, and it'll circle back around to me, and it has. Tons and tons of entrepreneurs have seen my journey and want to jump, but the fear kicks in, right? Yeah. The fear of launching something, the fear of their family members saying this won't work, the fear of their friends laughing at them. And they reach out to me and say, hey, what did you do? So I swear, it's every week I get at least one to two people reaching out, especially on LinkedIn. I'm huge on LinkedIn. Asking the question or following my journey. And there have been some that have jumped, and there have been some that have, still haven't taken the leap. But I've always tried to give that advice here and there, and it's definitely come back full circle.
Well, it's not the safe road.
It isn't.
There's a lot safer ways to go. But leading a company and really putting your own money in, that's a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
But the rewards are amazing too. I love entrepreneurs because of the creativity. It's what our country's built on. It's the American dream, right?
Oh, definitely. I when I got into politics was my first leap. Right?
Yes, that was unknown, right?
It was unknown. I was in front of the public, and that was my first leap. So it helped me launch into becoming an entrepreneur. Then leap after leap, quitting my job, getting cut from Shark Tank, getting punched all over getting just knocked down and getting back up. Politics helped me, through that. But yeah, the amount of feedback and the amount of help that I've received has just been a blessing. Yeah.
Great. Well, any final words as we wrap this up, Rob?
You know what? I have been posting on LinkedIn for the longest time. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to apply for BSW, Boise Startup Week. It has helped me. So even if you don't win,
Yes.
the amount of networking that I've made, and the friends and the mentors that I've connected with, has just been a blessing for me.
Oh, that's
I have pivoted. I have made these small moves so that our company can keep climbing, and Boise Startup Week has been a big part of that process.
That's great.
So I would recommendation to any entrepreneur out there: apply, take a leap, and apply.
Well, we jumped in. We were pitched this year about being involved.
Yeah.
And when I heard who it impacts and the real impact that it makes, it didn't take very long for us to jump.
Yeah.
So it's great to be a part of Boise Startup Week, and congratulations on all the success you've had.
I appreciate it.